My name's Alexa, and this is my audience. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the history of Halloween. When you think of Halloween, you just normally think of dressing up. You never realize why you dress up. But it has to do with an ancient festival. Halloween is important in the U.S. today. Most children dress up, certain candy scales skyrocket, and Halloween haunted houses open for a couple months. My mom always throws a Halloween party, so I never really knew why I dressed up. We just always did it. The history of Halloween has many aspects, including ancient Halloween festivals, important Halloween events, and Halloween spreading to other countries. So first I'm going to talk to you about ancient Halloween festivals. Halloween started like 1,000 years ago with an ancient Celtic festival. An article from the Library of Congress by Jack Santino explains that Halloween originated in ancient times known as the Festival of the Dead, or Samhain. The people who celebrated this festival were known as the Celts and celebrated it on November 1st and November 2nd. November 1st was known as the New Year and also known as the Time of the Dead. October 31st was when the living and the dead's past blurred, and on this night they thought that evil spirits would come into their place and damage crops. They also believed that the ghosts helped Celtic priests prophesize about future events, and they sought comfort in these predictions. Samhain was the most important of all of the Celtic festivals. During Samhain, spirits that were considered harmful were warded off, but spirits of a person's family were honored. Costumes also started during Samhain. They would wear them because they thought they would make them indistinguishable to evil spirits. They also believed that they would make them safe. Another major part of Samhain was the bonfires that the Celtics had. Then they would prepare food for the living and the dead, and if the dead wouldn't eat it, they would give it to the less fortunate. Halloween soon began to transform to more like the Halloween we know today. According to the Newgrange website, an article explains that Christianity started to reform Halloween when they started celebrating All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day on November 2nd. Now the costumes that were worn to ward off evil spirits were just kept as tradition. When the famine hit Ireland in the 1840s, the Irish brought over some of their traditions, including Halloween. They brought over trick-or-treating, which was an inexpensive way for the whole community to get together and celebrate Halloween. Now it's an every-year event, and Americans spend about $6 billion on Halloween. Now I will explain some of the important events that Halloween has. The first one is bonfires. Bonfires are a fun event for everyone to get together when it starts to get cold. They played a big part in the ancient festival Samhain because they put their slaughtered livestock into their bonfires. Trick-or-treating is also a major event. All kids and even adults like to trick-or-treat for the candy. This started as an inexpensive way for the whole community to start to get together on Halloween, but now it's become way more expensive. I know my grandma buys like $300 worth of candy and still runs out. Another Halloween pastime is carving pumpkins. This is a major event because it's an American harvest time tradition. This is one of the only events that started in America and not in an ancient country. Halloween parties and Halloween houses are also a big part of Halloween now. They're for more older people to also get into Halloween. The last major event is wearing costumes. Newborns up through the elderly wear costumes on Halloween. Most people don't realize that the reasons people started wearing costumes was to ward off evil spirits. Now people wear costumes to look cute and scary. All these events make Halloween what it is today, and most of them started with an ancient background. Now I will tell you about the spread of Halloween. Halloween in recent years has spread to many different countries and continents. Some of these include South America, New Zealand, most of continental Europe, Japan, and parts of East Asia. The main reason Halloween has spread is because of commercialism of America. Other countries are seeing Halloween as an important holiday and are starting to celebrate it. With the spread of Halloween and the sales of candy, it's become the second largest commercial holiday. Also, the U.S. Sells a quarter of the candy sold every year on Halloween. The celebration is continuing to spread to other countries every year. Halloween is very important in the United States today. Without it, there would be less candy sales and even some very sad, healthier children. Halloween may just be an event that we celebrate every year, but it's also interesting to know the history that it brings.